let's start our topic, chemical thermodynamics. In a chemical thermodynamics, the first point is that Gibbs Helmholtz free energy, in which the first point is Helmholtz free energy. Helmholtz free energy. Already we have discussed the energy, different types of the energy and its work function. Energy is nothing but the capacity to do work. Here we also discuss here the work function, actual work function of the system. Helmholtz free energy, this is the German scientist in 1824 to 1894, this is the era he doing his work. It is denoted by a symbol A. It is denoted by symbol A. A is nothing but the work function. A is equal to E minus Ts. A is equal to E minus Ts. Here A is the work function, E is the energy, T is the temperature, S is the entropy. If suppose A1 and A2, A1 is the initial state function, A2 is the final state function. Here the Helmholtz free energy A is denoted by symbol A. It is the extensive property, it is a state function. Therefore, if A1, in case the A1 is equal to, what is the relation? E1 minus T1 S1, and A2 is equal to E2 minus T2 S2. Here change in state function denoted if change in the state function, change in Helmholtz free energy, change in Helmholtz free energy is given by the relation, delta A is equal to what? A2 minus A1. Put the values of A1 and A2 in this equation, then we get delta A, that is the change in Helmholtz free energy. What? A2 is nothing but the E2 minus T2 S2 minus E1 minus T1 S1. Okay. First of all, T2 minus T1. This T2 minus T1 is equal to T2 minus T1 is equal to delta T. Or we have to also write here only here T. Delta A is equal to E2 minus S2 minus T E1 minus S1. E1 minus S1. Put the value of E2 minus S2 here, E1 minus S2, and the energies, initial and final state of energy, put on one side. Delta A is equal to E2 minus E1 minus T S2 minus S1. This equation we have to also write delta A is equal to delta E minus T delta S. This value is nothing but the delta S. This value is nothing but the delta E. Delta is nothing but the change. Here we have change. For a reversible process, at a constant temperature, this equation we have to write delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by the temperature. Therefore, at constant temperature, this equation we have to also write T delta S, T delta S is equal to Q reversible. Substitute this equation, substitute this value in equation first. Substitute this value T delta S value in equation first. We have to get delta A is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. According to first law of thermodynamics, according to first law of thermodynamics, delta E is equal to Q plus W. It follows that W reversible is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. Q reversible. Here some process will be carried out. Here we write since the process is carried out reversibly. Since the process is carried out reversibly, then maximum work done W max is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. Comparing this equation and this equation, we have to get delta A is equal to W max. Why we write here? The value of W reversible is nothing but the delta E is equal to Q reversible. W max is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. Here delta E is nothing but the W max, or this equation we have to write minus delta A is equal to W max minus W max. This is the Helmholtz free energy. आता ह्या हेल्महोल्ट्ज फ्री एनर्जी मध्ये आपल्याला नेमकं काय सांगितलं यांनी? 1824 हेल्महोल्ट्जने एक कन्सेप्ट सांगितला की फ्री एनर्जीचा जेवढं वर्क फंक्शन असतं तेवढं कॅरीड आउट होतं वर्क त्याच्या असलेल्या एनर्जीच्या डिपेंडंट वर. 1824 ते 1894 या कालावधीत त्यांना आपला एक्सपेरिमेंट कंप्लीट केला. हा जर्मन फिजिसिस्ट होता. त्याचं काय होतं, हेल्महोल्ट्जने काय सांगितलं, ए इज नथिंग बट द वर्क फंक्शन. म्हणून त्याने फॉर्म्युला काय यूज केला, ए इज इक्वल टू ई मायनस टी एस. अकॉर्डिंग टू ए इज इक्वल टू ई मायनस टी एस नथिंग बट द इनिशियल अँड फायनल स्टेट ऑफ द हेल्महोल्ट्ज फ्री एनर्जी. A1 is the initial and A2 is the final state of the work function. A1 is equal to E1 minus T1 S1. A2 is equal to E2 minus T2 S2. In case the change in Helmholtz free energy, we have to get delta A is equal to A2 minus A1. Put the value of A1 and A2 in this equation. Then we have to get delta A is equal to E2 minus T2 S2 minus E1 T1 S1. We have to simplify directly it as delta A is equal to E2 minus E1. Energy will be get one side and entropy will be get one side. Minus T. T is nothing but the T2 minus T1 is nothing but the T. Here delta A is equal to delta E. Delta E is nothing but the change in energy minus T delta S. Delta S nothing but the change in entropy. For a reversible process at a constant pressure, delta S is nothing but the delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T. Put the value of T on other side. Therefore, T delta S is equal to what? Q reversible. Put this value in this equation. We have to get delta A is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. But according to first law of thermodynamics, we have to get delta E is equal to what Q plus W. You have to know that here the Q is nothing, the amount of heat, W is work done, and E is the energy. If follows that W reversible is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. Since the process is carried out reversibly, therefore W work done, maximum work done, W max is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. Therefore delta A is nothing but this value is nothing but this delta A is nothing but delta E minus Q reversible. Therefore W max is equal to delta E minus Q reversible. This whole value is nothing but delta A. You have to write here delta A is equal to W max. Or this equation we have to also write minus delta A is equal to minus W max. This is the Helmholtz free energy.